the Chamber of Commerce. We are thrilled to be here tonight, thrilled to have this full room. And to start off, we want to thank Nelson Mullins, Riley, and Scarborough for hosting us tonight. There are many beautiful places in the Southeast, and we are happy to work with, and this organization represents Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. And so we are thrilled you're here. We're going to start the evening by starting out with Mayor Christine Reed. Could not be here tonight, but he has made a wonderful video for us, and we want to share that with you, and then we'll let you get started on your salad.
Hello. I'm Christine Reed, the 59th Mayor of the City of Atlanta. The City of Atlanta is honored to be the home of the Korean Southeast U.S. Chamber of Commerce. As Mayor of this great city, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Andy Kim for his leadership. And I want to give a warm welcome to newly appointed Consul General, Sung Jin Kim. Atlanta is proud of its dynamic Korean population. Our sister city agreement with the city of Daegu that we established in 1981, and so much more. The economic ties we share with the country of Korea are particularly strong, with over 60 Korean facilities operating in the state of Georgia that employ more than 8,000 people. Korea is our 9th largest export market and our 3rd largest import market. While we have accomplished a great deal together already, there is still a tremendous opportunity for growth. And events like tonight's gala will bring our two countries even closer. Once again, I would like to congratulate the organizers and attendees for their dedication and commitment to enriching the cultural lives of so many, as well as for your contribution to economic successes in both of our countries. On behalf of the people of Atlanta, I extend best wishes on this auspicious occasion. Thank you.
Taking the opportunity here, and you can go ahead and start on your salad if you want to, but we do have some VIPs that we would like to introduce tonight. I'll get this close with your monitor. Okay. Let's start out by Jim Laney, Mr. Jim Laney, who's with Emory University, President Emeritus. Thank you for being here tonight. Of course, and as the mayor mentioned, we have the new Consulate General Kim with us this evening. If you've not seen him or haven't met him, our president of the Korean Southeast U.S. Chamber this year is Andy Kim. And our 7-term representative, Mr. Pedro Marvin, is here. 7 years, 7 terms as a representative of the state of Georgia. That's amazing. And right, okay. Mr. John Eads, Chairman of Fulton County, newly re-elected. I wrote that down, re-elected, and I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Then of course we have Mr. Bucky Johnson from the City of Norcross, Mayor from the City of Norcross. I saw Mr. Bucky. Excellent, thank you. And while the Mayor Reed could not be here, his parents are here tonight. No, they're not here?
No, they're stuck in the truck.
Okay, they're coming. They are coming to join us, okay, this evening. I hadn't seen them, okay. And then now we have Mr. Bobby Kim. He is the chairman of C2 Education, founder, and he's also starting up a new Korean barbecue chain called Breakers. Advertising is free. We're going to have fun, so you can laugh at me or with me. It's your choice. Bobby Clayton, UPS, Director of Marketing.
Yes.
Wow. No, you do an excellent job for us, and thank you. And of course, we have Deputy Consul General Rue. Did I get it? Rue. Good to see you again, and thank you for your continued support. June Towery, she is with Nelson Mullins. She works all over the Southeast with us. She has been our past president here at the Korean Southeast Youth Chamber, and she is host for the evening. Thank you. Next, Mr. Rick Walker. He is the president and CEO of GAMA, which is Georgia Automotive Manufacturers Association. He also, I will tell you, works in conjunction with the Alabama Automotive Manufacturing Association, the Mississippi, and the Tennessee, right? We just had a large conference in Birmingham that drew a lot of people interested in the automotive industry. So it was very exciting. Thank you, Rick. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate the partnership there too. Mr. Cedric Sussman with the World Affairs Council of Atlanta. He's the Executive VP. He's a long-time supporter with this organization and has been very instrumental in a lot of things that we do, so thank you for being here tonight. Okay, where's CJ Park? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Thank you for being here. He is with the Korean American Civic Empowerment Group. He's an attorney with them. So we're thankful to have you here. Ken Spencer is here? Yes. With Invest Atlanta. He is the manager with business retention and expansion. So we're very happy to have you here tonight and all that you do. Another past president, Mr. Phil Bolton with Global Atlanta. Phil's a long-standing supporter of all things Southeast and all things growing, so we're very thankful to have you, Phil. And then representing the city of Atlanta tonight is Bettina Gardner. She works with the city of Atlanta. She was responsible for making sure we got this video tonight, so we are very thankful to have you here. Yes. And then Roger Kim with the Korean Grocery Organization. Thank you for being here and supporting us. And then we have Mr. and Ms. Lee with the Korean American Chamber of Commerce. Are they here? And certainly, last but not least, and don't want to forget, former President John Lee from Delta Airlines. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I told you, I'm the only thing between you and that. Yeah, I told you you could start your salad. We want you to enjoy it. We want you to have a good time. Let me remind you, if you have not had the opportunity to buy a raffle ticket, that opportunity still exists, but just for a few minutes for the first drawing. So the gentleman pointing at me back there in the plaid vest, Sean, do you have raffle tickets? If they want some, raise your hand.
Thank you. Beautiful view of the city of Atlanta. According to Mayor Bucky Johnson of the city of Norcross, he said that is the suburb of the city of Norcross. But I think Benita is not really happy to hear that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time I know it's kind of awkward, but I'd like to share this sadness in our chamber. This chamber was formed in 1991. And the first president of our organization is John Hamby. And last week, he left us forever. We lost John Hamby, and this time I'd like to ask all of you to pray for John Hamby and his family, and hopefully he's peaceful, rest in peace, upstairs and watching us. Without his leadership and his direction, and this chamber was not born. And he and a few other leaders went to Korean consulate office and then suggest that we need to form Chamber of Commerce. And that's how this chamber was born. And we lost the great leader, and I'm sad we lost him, but I'm sure that his legacy and his leadership is still with us and will continue forever. So just to let you know, I'd like to pay a little condolence to John Hamby. If you just pray with me just for a little bit for John Henry. I'm sorry to bother you while you're eating. Okay? Let's pray. Thank you. Before I introduce our sponsors, at this time I'd like to ask all the BOD Board of Directors stand up. Meg Colvin, Bill Bolton, Jun Towery, Greg Whitlock, Steve Hahn, Andy Harding, Colin Yoon, I see over there. And these are the Ejane, and these are our attended the Board of Directors. Thank you very much. Sean, Susan, okay. And with their sacrifice and dedication, this chamber is really doing well. And this time, I'd like to say thank you to Nelson Mullins for donating this gorgeous venue, and then also sponsoring this event. Without Nelson Mullins' support and sponsorship, we're probably going to struggle. And June Towery, I really, really appreciate your affection, and you're marvelous. Thank you. Now, our good friend at UPS, and Bobby Clayton, and his colleagues here tonight, thank you very much for your support. I know you guys deliver on time. I want to see whether you guys are going to deliver on time tonight also. And also Cheney Park, he's the vice president of our organization, but he left. He's on the business travel right now, so he couldn't be with us. The Korean Air supported us. And our BBVA Complex Bank, Andy Hardin, all the way from the Auburn, Alabama, he's here, thank you. And the City of Norcross, Bucky Johnson, the mayor, and Rusty, and Rudolph, and Pat, all your groups, so thank you very much. And also Creek Defender, which my company is representing the Creek Defender, and so we sponsor. And then Fifth Third, Jim Whitlock, Jim, and his lovely wife, Gloria, here, thanks for sponsoring. And then we have Georgia Downtown Employment Center, Steve Hahn, Mickey, and Patsy, and Mark, thank you very much for coming and supporting. And they're going to open the new office in Newnan, Georgia, soon. So if you're living in the south of Atlanta, and check out the Newnan office. All right, and we have Jin Kim, the KS Tax and Accounting Service, thank you very much. Jin Kim, where is it? He's our treasurer. Still counting the money outside, okay? Thank you. We have Amanda America Corporation, Ty Block, Gerald, and whole crew. Thank you very much. And then we have a Whitlock Group, the insurance, Greg Whitlock, and his staff is here. Thank you very much. And also, I'd like to say thank you to Craig. I'd like to recognize Craig, and thank you very much for coming. He speaks Korean, so watch out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're just starting off with appetizer, but I want you to introduce Chef Jeanette, the most beautiful, lovely chef in the whole world. And she's going to serving the whole Europe a delicious dinner tonight. She's way over there, and J&J Catering, and thank you very much. Appreciate it. Without the sponsorship, without your support, this chamber will not exist. And thank you very much for continuing to support, and hopefully we created more exciting events to enhance the Korea and U.S., Southeastern U.S., the economic development and the relationship. And enjoy it tonight, and thanks for coming, y'all. Appreciate it. It opens. Oh, it came in one piece. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this in a stone. The Korea Southeast United States Chamber of Commerce is pleased to honor James Laney with a Lifetime Achievement Award for distinguished public service and the promotion of the understanding and peace between the people of the Republic of Korea and the United States. December 11, 2014, and the King President. Thank you very much, sir.
I want to say thank you to Andy and to all of you who are here tonight, many of whom are friends, some from Emory and some from other places. I was just mentioning that when it says lifetime, my involvement with Korea goes literally a lifetime. It was 68 years ago this month that I arrived in Korea for the first time in 1946. That's before any of you here were born. And I was a young counterintelligence agent, 19 years old. Went back 12 years later at Yonsei University and met many of the young people who later became leaders in the professions, the government, the church, and education. And then finally, it was a great honor to be appointed ambassador to Korea in 1993, where I served for 4 years. And had a wonderful time. But the thing that, in watching this amazing miracle of Korea emerge from the depredations of the war and the oppression from Japan, through all of those years, to become a vibrant, really beacon to the whole world for democracy and economic development. And it's a great privilege that I've had that association and so many dear, dear friends. And I appreciate this more than I can say. And I wish everyone who is engaged in this wonderful relationship all the best and success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well, thank you, UPS. If you didn't deliver on time, we should be in a big trouble. You guys are always on time.
We're gonna leave you alone and let you eat for a minute. How's that?
No, one more. Just you got it. You got it. You got it.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna, since State Representative Pedro Marin, he has 6 more events to go. So he wants to present one certificate to our chamber and then say a few words.
Good evening. Okay, where you want me to stand? Over here? Okay, a little bit more to the left. All right, good evening again, and I apologize that I jumped on the agenda, but again, it's not 6 events that I have to attend still, at 4. So it's the time to be, to be busy. The month is short, but I wanted to take the opportunity because again, as I represent the 96th district, which encompasses some of the city of Norcross and part of the city of Duluth, and I have been a fan of my diversity that we have in my district. And as a Latino legislature, I have embraced my colleagues and friends within the Asian community, especially with the Korean community. And Andy and me, we go back almost 10 years, a little over 10 years. So I asked the Secretary of State to honor an organization this evening. And Andy, if you hold that for me for a second. Okay. Let me put, I always say, bilingual, bicultural, bifocal. Now I can see. And then, Consul Jim Kim, welcome to Atlanta. Sorry, I apologize. I'm not saying that before. So, as one of the highest ranking elected officials in the room, I want to welcome you to Atlanta. But the state of Georgia, Secretary of State, I, Brian P. Kemp, Secretary of State of the state of Georgia, do hereby proclaim Korea Southeast U.S. Chamber of Commerce as an outstanding organization. May this outstanding Georgia organization be afforded every courtesy as a goodwill ambassador from Georgia, its business, to other states, to nations beyond the border of the United States of America, or wherever he may hereafter do business or reside. In testimony, I set my hand and affix the seal of my office at the state capitol in the city of Atlanta this 11th day of December, AD 2014, Brian P. Kim. So again, Andy, as president of the Korean Southeast U.S. Chamber of Commerce, I want to congratulate your work, having this group together today, sponsored, very important, as Andy said. Thank you for your support to the Chamber of Commerce. But again, I wanted to congratulate you and your board for an outstanding job. Thank you very much.
Now we'll enjoy the dinner more, okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we wait for next presentation, I'd like to recognize a couple more people. Please allow me. I forgot a good friend of mine from Connect Medical Center, Leah Bay and Grace. You changed your last name, so you didn't tell me you changed your last name. Okay? Grace, newlywed, and Leah Bay, the president of the Toulouse campus. Okay, thank you. And also I'd like to recognize my business partner, William Mansfield from the IT Utility Net, and he's here with us. Thank you very much. And also Ann Chen from the Sonesta Hotel in Gwinnett Place. And she's supporting us, and she donated a one-night free room for us for Replica. Thank you very much, Ann. Appreciate it. And also I'd like to recognize Susan. She drove from Mobile, Alabama, the longest drive than anyone else here tonight, I think. Okay? And I'd like to recognize, I know it's hard, it's difficult, but you made it. And I really appreciate that. Okay? Also, I'd like to recognize the Korean media in the back there, from the KTN, Mr. Hong, and then Korea Times, and the Radio Korea, and Chosunilbo, and Korea Daily, and Jobs Korea, Mr. Kim here, the KTN, right? Okay, thank you very much. Korean media is here, the Phil Bolton, the Global Atlanta, and the media is here. Thank you all for covering this evening's event. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, thank you. We're very happy to work with the Korean community. Mr. Andy Kim really helped us on a very significant project that we've been working on in Norcross. It's around our Lillian Webb Park as our town center, and there's a key piece of property. And Mr. Kim helped us with translation, understanding the dynamics of the whole situation. And we want to tell him in a more tangible way how much we appreciate what he has done for the city of Norcross and for the community. And so I don't give many of these out, but special tonight, I have from Mr. Kim a key to the city of Norcross I'd like to present to him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to receive this key. I think I can open the door of every single place of a business in the city. Well, this couldn't happen. I'd like to recognize Rusty and Pat, and they work very, very diligently and hard. Also, Rudolph. Okay, where's Rudolph? Oh, okay, and his crew, and with their coordination and cooperation, and all our project was completed. Thank you very much. Okay, and Mrs. Warner, thanks for supporting your Rusty. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We're going to invite Jean Towery up. She's going to come and introduce our talent for the evening. And they are dear friends of hers, as I understand, and we are looking forward to it. Okay, you're gonna have to hand me the microphone and then not have it.
Just for performance for this evening. And then, so probably she's having a little jet lag.
Actually, they have a concert tomorrow, and I grabbed them to grace our evening with their beautiful music. Jin Kim actually is a friend from my junior high days, so I haven't seen her in like 38, 39 years, but through the power of internet, I found her. Jin Kim and Jung Hae Kim. Jung Hae Kim is the harpsichordist and Jin Kim is the violinist. And they are two of the most beautiful Koreans that I know. Such great human beings, such courageous young ladies. They left Korea in search of the education, music education, when they were 18, 19. In those days, it was not an easy thing. They left all that promise of a wealth and fame because they were already famous when they left Korea. And they went over to Italy and to the US, to Amsterdam, to gain their expertise. And they are two of the most successful Baroque musicians. If you don't know what Baroque music is, I wish you could hear Jin speak about it. It is early music when Bach was alive. And in those days, this is the little bit I know about Baroque music. In those days, in settings like these, small groups of people gathered very intimately and enjoyed the very intimate, soft, and beautiful and pure music. And that's what they tried to recreate by playing the Baroque style violin. It's a different violin than the modern violin, I heard. That the modern violins are changed from the early style Baroque violins to make it louder and to be more expressive. And the Baroque style violins are different. So you will see that her playing style is different than what you're used to. So Jin, I said a lot of lies while you were not here. Okay.
So this is the violin, made in 1656. Wow. Is there any difference from other violin that you normally see? Look at that. No chin rest. Yes, so the way that they used to play was not pressing with the chin, but very flexible on the neck. And so the fingerings was different, so that it can be flexible with your thumb and holding the violin. And the bow is really different, that I'll show you in a while. The strings are made of guts, sheep guts, cat guts. So the Baroque period, 17th and 18th centuries, all the instruments sounded more natural and more sensitive, but less volume compared to the modern instruments. So after the 19th century, they all changed to produce louder sound instruments. So the bow that I will show you right now is like a bow. And the stick is lighter and more flexible and produce more articulation. And they bent it the opposite way after the 19th century to produce the same loud volume from the beginning of the bow to the tip, the same volume. So as the singing style was changed also, like a bel canto singing, the loud and smoothly kinetic sound didn't exist in Baroque period. So musicians like me and Jung-hae tried to find the original instrument, original score, and learn the original techniques. So composers like Bach and Handel, Corelli, Vivaldi, which we try to find the true meaning when they're composed, so that the music can be alive with original atmosphere. So that's the thing that we're trying to do. So Jung will explain about her harpsichord later, after we play the first piece, composed by Nokrus. Very lovely, lovely aria by Nicola Mateus. Thank you very much.
piano. Well, most of you probably know what a piano is. Piano is the hammer that wrap around and hits the string. So you hit the note harder, it comes out loud. And this is about 300 years before the piano. It's like grandfather of piano. And this is what Bach had, J.S. Bach. It's about 1685 to 1750. That's the time period. And he didn't know what piano was, even though he played Bach's and all other instruments. But this is the instrument that he has. This is a specifically Italian style. There's many different keyboard style in Baroque period. If you have any question, I'm happy to talk to you after the more beautiful section and meeting. But for now, the next piece that I'll play is Bach's Suite by B.W. Green. It's work number 996, E minor. One of the suite is called Allemande. Thank you.
Ladies, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Jen, thank you for bringing your friends to share with us this evening too. Quick introduction. Of course, you probably all know him, and he's going to do the introduction of our keynote speaker. But our Fulton County Chairman, John Reeves, is going to do that. I just stole the microphone from him to introduce him. So here he is. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Has it been a wonderful evening tonight? Yes. Council General Kim, it's certainly my pleasure to introduce you. When my friend Andy Kim asked me to do the introduction, as always, I said yes, because like President Emeritus Laney, I too have a story. My story is my father served in the Korean War. So I grew up hearing many stories from him, and so I feel a kinship to the country of Korea. Our distinguished Council General has been in office in Atlanta now for 40 days. First became Council General here in Atlanta in October this year. He's a graduate with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Political Science and Diplomacy from Yonsei University, which is in Seoul, finished in 1980. His career of foreign service spans 30 years since 1981. Among his various duties that he has served in various capacities for South Korea and its nation's embassies to the kingdoms of Sweden and Thailand, the Russian Federation, as well as the United States. In October 2013, he became Ambassador for International Relations for Gangneung Province, which is the most populous province in South Korea and area surrounding its capital, Seoul. He is a former Deputy Consul General at the Korean Consulate General in Boston, as well as Los Angeles. Along with his diplomatic duties, he is a husband and a father of 2 children. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the new Consul General of Korea, Song Jin Kim.
Thank you, John Reeves, Fulton County Chairman. Actually, I'm living in Fulton County. But unfortunately, I don't have a vote. I was in the service now, this year is 33 years, and this month is 2 months. Then I'm going to retire from Atlanta. My retirement age is 60s. Do I look 60 already? No. 51 or 52. My wife always told me that you look too old. I told her that you look older than I. I'm kidding. You are always beautiful like your 20s. But anyway, actually, my economic officer prepared a very long speech, but I was told by Andy Kim, I'll get only 5 minutes. At least 15 minutes. The topic is economic relationship and challenges and opportunities. I need at least 15 minutes. So if you allow me, then I'll go straight to the subject. Mine is multifocal. I'm losing my sight, so I need very special glasses, multifocal, not bifocal. So Koreans has a very unique technique. As you know, this Samsung Electronics made launched a new model every 3 months. So they will ask you to spend more every 3 months. And I visited the Kia factory in West Point, Virginia. They told me that they will produce 1 unit per 47 seconds. That is, in total, 360-something,000 cars per year. Anyway, Andy Kim, thank you very much for your invitation to this wonderful annual dinner. And I also wish to congratulate His Excellency Ambassador Laney, who is, as you know, Ambassador Laney is one of the most respected former ambassadors by both the Korean government and Korean people. I extend my deepest appreciation for your great contributions toward promoting friendly relations between our two countries for the past 6 decades. Tonight I am very pleased to speak to business leaders and government representatives about the challenges and opportunities of economic relations between our two countries. The topic is very timely and an intriguing one because the relationship is at its highest point now. Due to the time constraints, I will briefly touch upon only 3 aspects. Number 1, the current status of our relations in general. Number 2, the impact of the KORUS FTA. Number 3, the challenges and opportunities. That is, how we can best adapt to and take advantage of this new business environment you might be interested in. Before starting my speech, I would like to share some interesting story. When I was in Washington, D.C. 2001, there was a Al-Qaeda attacks on September 11. After that, former President Bush called some countries like axis of evil. Then North Korea, of course, was included. Then currently, when you check with the smartphone about the U.S. foreign policy, some words is pop up. That is strategic patience. Strategic patience means you have a very difficult enemies or adversary. Actually, this concept was invented by the Dr. Henry Kissinger in 1970s already. It was very useful to deal with the Soviet Union. It was also useful with Communist China. Then this concept is applied to North Korea, but this time it took very long. Ambassador Laney succeeded to have agreed the framework in 1994, but now 20 years later, still North Korea doesn't give up WMDs and nuclear development programs. Why I'm saying this one? Strategic patience, because I'm going to tell you many numbers, so you need to be patient. And also, don't worry, we prepared some handouts for numbers and documents. And also, I have my economic counsel with us, Mr. Lee, Counsel Lee. He's a specialist, so if you have any inquiry, then you may contact me. Or do not ask me, I'm not good at numbers. As I mentioned, the relationship is the strongest it has ever been. We have, in general, 2 pillars, important pillars of cooperation. First one is Security Alliance. We celebrated the 60th anniversary of the Korea-US Security Alliance last year. The modern industrialized Korea, which has been often called miracle of Han River, would not have been possible without such a staunch security alliance with the United States. Last October in Washington, D.C., we held the annual 2+2 dialogue between foreign ministers and defense ministers from both sides. In addition to discussions concerning how to deal with North Korea, the ministers agreed to deepen cooperation on regional and global issues such as Ebola virus response and humanitarian assistance in Iraq. This demonstrates that the alliance has gone beyond its original purpose as a linchpin for peace and stability in the Korean Peninsula and in Asia-Pacific region. Now it is a global partnership between two countries. Second important pillar, that is economic alliance, which is Korea-US Free Trade Agreement. It was put into effect in March 2012. With this free trade agreement in place, the two countries established a new foundation which will further strengthen a comprehensive strategic alliance worthy of the 21st century. Thanks to the implementation of the FTA, we have seen positive growth in trade of goods and services and cross-border investment. We expect these positive trends will continue in the coming years. Bilateral relations in general have been moving forward thanks to broad cooperation in the political, economic, and cultural fields, as well as people-to-people exchanges. Now I'm going to tell you some numbers, quote. Next, I would like to speak about the impact of the KORUS Free Trade Agreement on our economic relations. Economic relations are usually comprised of three key components. Number one, commodity trade. Number two, foreign direct investment, FDI, and service trade. Of course, our FTA covers all three components. Number one, commodity trade. As of the end of 2013, Korea is the 6th largest trading partner of the United States, and the US is Korea's 3rd largest trading partner. Since the establishment of the KORUS FTA, both the United States and Korea have moved up in trade partner rankings. In particular, the US export of beneficiary items under the Free Trade Agreement rose 4.5%, and Korean exports to the United States rose by 4.9%. These numbers confirm that the FTA is already having a positive impact on trade in goods. Second, foreign direct investment, which is in favor of the United States. In 2013, Korean investment in the United States were a record high $5.5 billion, while US investment in Korea were $3.5 billion. During the first 2 quarters of this year, Korea invested a total of $3.9 billion in the United States, and an 82% increase over the previous year. Korea's cumulative investment in the United States since 1968 is $71.5 billion. The surplus FDI will increasingly be in favor of the United States. Third, service trade. Last year, the United States service exports to Korea were recorded at $20.9 billion, ranking Korea the 3rd largest market for the United States service in Asia. Since 2010, the U.S. service trade surplus to Korea has widened at an average rate of approximately 19% per each year. In 2013 alone, the U.S. had a surplus in service trade of $10.1 billion US dollars, which was a 34.2% increase over the previous year. So you don't remember the numbers, right? But don't worry. For your reference, we have distributed a set of related documents on your table. And if you have any further inquiries on the specific items and numbers and sectors, please feel free to contact my economic officer, Council Lee Min-woo. Sorry. I worked with him only 40 days. I don't know, sometimes I mispronounce his name. Then, main parts. This part is all of you businessmen is interested in the challenges and opportunities. It is not appropriate, however, to say that there are only rosy, positive prospects for the future of our two countries' economic relations. Of course, we have some challenges and opportunities ahead of us. Let's start with, among others, 3 challenges which could limit the growth of the Korea-US economic relationship. Number 1, first, the continuing global economic recession. Global economy has been suffering from stagnation since the 2008 financial crisis. It's not yet fully recovered. This is the biggest challenge to the United States and Korea. I traveled very recently to Europe many times, and I found that the situation is very difficult. Sometimes public servants cannot retire because the government cut the pension. And if you quit the job, you don't have any chance to have another job. So a very difficult situation in Europe. It affects Korea and the United States. Number 2, second, the slow domestic economic recovery in Korea and the United States. The slow recoveries of economy in both countries, downsizing, expansion of trade and investment between the two countries. The outsourcing is another issue. The outsourcing of the manufacturing industries in both countries in favor of China and other emerging countries, thus depressing domestic investment. It's also causing a slowdown of domestic growth and weakening of economic potentials of our two countries. Number 3, last but not least, the shortage of skilled workers. There are more than 150 Korean companies contributing to the local economy in the 6,000 southeastern states, including Georgia. They have already created more than 23,000 jobs in Georgia and Alabama only. Most of Korean investors appreciate the favorable investment environment, but are at the same time experiencing a shortage of professional and skilled workers, especially bilingual workers. Limits on access to Korean professionals would discourage Korean investors from expanding their facilities and creating more local jobs. Yesterday, we got a news report in Korea. Hyundai company will build another big facilities somewhere around here. I'm covering 6 southeastern states: Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North and South Carolina, and Florida. I don't know which location will be the second and the big facility. If I know, I will let you know first. Now, I would like to highlight some opportunities both countries can take advantage of. Number one, we are expecting increased bilateral trade volume. The FTA has provided a solid platform for promoting trade in goods and services and cross-border investment through tariff cuts and removal, market opening, and deregulation. The FTA has provided new opportunities for U.S. exporters to sell more American goods, services, and agricultural products to Korean customers and created more well-paying jobs in the United States. By January 1st, 2016, the tariffs on over 95% of American goods will be eliminated. The U.S. International Trade Commission, ITC, estimates that when the agreement is fully implemented, tariff cuts alone will boost U.S. exports of goods to Korea by $10 billion per year. This is good news, right? Number two, second, investment opportunities will continue to increase thanks to the opening of service markets and deregulation in Korea. The FTA grants U.S. law firms access to practice in Korea. Already 16 U.S. law firms have opened office in Korea. Korean markets are also opened to the U.S. financial companies, including banking, insurance, and brokerage. Korea is the world's 8th largest insurance market with a total premium value of more than $65 billion. We also believe that the Korean financial market will provide a gateway for access to the rapidly growing Asian market. Third, Korean companies will be expanding investment in the United States. More and more Korean companies have been establishing production facilities in the United States. Most of Korean companies' investments are directed to the southeastern states, thanks to business-friendly policies of state and local governments. Korean government's investment in the United States is mostly concentrated in the area of automobiles, electronic components, chemical products, and natural resource development. I believe many American businesses would benefit from the opportunity available to provide parts, technology, and services to these Korean companies. Fourth, we have sufficient manpower who can lead Korea-US economic collaboration in the future. In the 2012 and 2013 academic year, more than 70,000 Korean young students enrolled at college and graduate schools in the United States. Of these, nearly 22,000 studied STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics fields. These students excel in their chosen field and are truly invaluable assets for our future economic collaboration. If we expand access for Korean professional and skilled workers, we allow many more companies in both countries to fully capitalize on the benefits of the FTA. Lastly, there is another important long-term opportunity for the United States: reunification of the two Koreas. In January this year, my President Park Geun-hye announced the idea of Korea Bonanza. You might already heard about it. Nobody can tell when the reunification will occur, but I'm sure that it will happen sooner than we expect. That's why we have to prepare for that now. I believe that a reunified Korea with a total population of 80 million people will provide huge opportunities for the economies of Korea and the United States. when our capital and technologies are combined with the abundant natural resources and 25 million low-wage, disciplined workforces in the North Korea, the new united Korea would indeed be a bonanza, or, if you like, a new gold rush for the United States too. Now, I almost exhausted. I have only 1 page. So, Andy, is it long enough or short enough?
Short enough.
Oh, but anyway, I don't have any papers. So, in closing, I'd like to take the liberty of giving some suggestions to each member of this Chamber of Commerce. For the American businessmen, I ask you to increase investment in Korea, because Korea is a very attractive investment destination with many promising business partners. Also, this is one of my important jobs as the Consul General in Atlanta. For the Korean companies and investors, I ask you to develop your business to be the best in the United States. I also ask you to localize your business as much as possible. When I visited the Kia factory months ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago in West Point, I had some small meeting with American team leader workers, 12 or 13 people. I told them Kia is not a Korean company. Kia is a Georgian company. Even though Korea invested. So you have to keep this company for another 100 years in West Point. Then all of them agree with me. So Kia CEO is very comfortable now. So that's another job for me to do as a Consul General. For the government representative like me, mayor, chairman, I ask you for your continued support of Korean companies in your state, county, and city, thus attracting more Korean investment to your area. That is not my job, that is your job. Since 2001, I have engaged myself in promoting the bilateral relationship in Washington, D.C., Boston, Los Angeles, and finally here in Atlanta. Very good place, best place to stay in the United States. I'm happy to report you that the relationship between our two countries is stronger than ever. I believe we can overcome challenges ahead of us and take advantage of the opportunity together by sharing the same vision and the same goals. I thank you again for inviting me to this wonderful dinner. Christmas is 2 weeks away. Happy holidays. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the new Consul General gave lots of homework to the county and state and city officials. So you got that's your Christmas gift, I assume. Well, at this time, before we are going to make some announcements, we haven't done a terrible job tonight. That we didn't really sell this raffle ticket prizes and didn't advertise properly and promote it properly. I know you guys what the prizes are. Well, this one is a new golf the range finder. It's the Bushnell Tour V3. It's over $300 this piece. And you can have this with just $5 investment. What a deal. And this one is the jewelry box. It's handcrafted, Avalon piece. So this is available. And also this is done by one of the famous Korean artists, the men's tie and ladies scarf. Okay. And also we have the restaurant, Thai restaurant called the Tamarind Seed, located on the 14th and Peachtree. And by the JJ Catering, they did that. And also we have a one-night stand at the Sonesta Hotel. And we have a premium, the ice cooler amenities. Okay. Anybody wants more to do that? All right. It's closed. Let's pick. The winner is, please take out your tickets.
Nationwide, we have been doing a petition drive, online petition drive, and then we delivered a lot of petitions to the Congress members. And we also had a lobby day this summer. Actually, Andy Kim, he personally participated and he personally delivered the petitions, visited Congress members' offices, and then we persuaded a lot of Congress members there. Unfortunately, you can see, we have only 20 days this year. And after 20 days, this bill will be discarded. But we will do it again next year, only next year. We will try to reintroduce same bill in the Capitol, and we will push this bill more than before. So actually, Mr. Andy Kim, he wanted to us to come here and explain about the petition and ask you to support this bill once it is reintroduced next year. And for your information, I can give you our website. It's www.kace.org. We have some information about how to. Actually, that we have special system. That website, if you go and then you put your name and your address, this computer system is really smart. They find out where you live, and of course you put your address in there. But it will find out which district and who are your representative. And this system will send a fax message to their district and DC office. And also they email it. So we're using it again, and then afterwards we will print it out and we deliver it, hand deliver it to their offices. So it's a one time you put in your name and address, but we're using it 4 times. And we see it is really, really effective to persuade them. So if you wanted to support us, we will give some, we will contact to Mr. Kim, and then Mr. Kim will contact you, and then he will let you know how to participate in this drive, petition drive. For you, also, I want to, tell you about this. When most of people say that, why is how many visas Korean Americans need? Why you have asking that many professional visas? Why is it only for Korean? It's not for actually it is for only for Koreans, but it's not the only Korean. There are other categories of visas. The visas only for other countries. Singapore, they have 5,400 H-1B visas. And Australia, they have 10,400 E3 visas, only for signed for them. And we have COROS FTA, as the Honorable Sung-Jin Kim already mentioned about this. We have a shortage of professional visas in the United States. We have COROS FTA, and this one will complete the COROS FTA that we need. So please participate this petition, petition drive once we restart next year. Thank you.
Thank you.